I'm older now, with a lot more height. I hang around with boys and all we do is sit and subscribe to racial sentiments. We crack jokes at Sunday school. We use our enlarged sizes to fight the white boys. All that has to change now that my mother is ill. I take on chores around the neighborhoods, bringing money, but it's never enough. We still move a lot. We still can't take care of Curseless. So I get in contact with my grandmother. She came, and so did my aunts and uncles. One evening, my aunt and uncles called my brother and me into the living room.
Richard!
Yes, sir.
You know how sick your mother is.
Yes, sir.
You know your granny can't take care of you two boys.
Yes, sir.
Well, Maggie's going to take your little brother with her to Detroit and send him to school. Now, where would you like to go?
Anywhere.
Well, any one of us are willing to take you.
I like to go home with Clark. He's closer to home.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, sir.
Uncle Clark and his wife, Aunt Jody, took me to Greenwood with them. They welcomed me, gave me chores, and I reluctantly obeyed every demand. I went to school where I got into a fight my first day. A group of boys came up to me.
Hey, where you from? Jackson? Why they make people from Jackson so ugly?
I can say the same about you.
You think you smart, don't you?
At least on 9 counts of 3. Look, I ain't trying to fight, but if you want to take it there, we can.
You think you tough, don't you?
As tough as you.
You know you can tell that too?
You know you take it back too.
I know you wouldn't talk about my mama.
You can take it how you want to take it.
Take back what you said.
Make me.
You think I'm scared, don't you?
I told you what I think.
Don't push me. Don't push me.
Back up off me then.
Oh yeah, bitch, back up off me. You don't know me, I'm too clean, I'm too holy. Bitch, I'm godly, I only go for real niggas who don't brag about what they bought me, cause they know I got a bag. I'll show me up some commas. If I make you, you gotta promise not to stress me. Don't be blowing up my phone and don't be leaving voice message. Said I can do you right, I'll do you.
I left school that day with a name for myself after the fight. A new dread arose at night. Uncle Clark's friend came over and told me a devastating fact, one that caused me to have sleepless nights.
Hey, Mr. Bernie, how are you?
Hey, Jody, how are you?
I'm good. I've had better days. Well, son, it's certainly a comfort to see another boy in this house.
Is another boy here?
My son was here, but he's gone now.
How old is he?
He was about your age.
Well, where is he now?
He's dead.
Oh.
Don't think about it too much, too much, too much, too much.
You sleep in there?
Yes, sir.
My son used to sleep in there.
In there?
Yes, in there.
On that bed?
Yes. I gave your uncle the bed when I heard that you were coming.
I thought of ghosts. I didn't necessarily believe in them, but I had been taught that there is a God, and if there is a God, there is ghosts. I knew the boy couldn't bother me, but I refused to sleep in that room. I told Uncle Clark this. He felt I was being over dramatic. That since I had slept in there before, I should have had no problem now. I told him I wanted to go back to Jackson after he denied me permission to sleep on that sofa. He told me he would write to Granny. I constantly asked him if she had replied, and he constantly told me no. I'm a grown man now, a writer. I try earning my bread by writing guidebooks for the federal project. I was made acting supervisor of essays, and I ran into political problems quickly. My administrator told me one day that some people were trying to drive me from the job. The communists despised me, and I didn't quite understand why. I never gave them a legitimate reason to dislike me. One day at work, there was a picket hive moving to and from the streets. They were chanting higher wages for workers, progress administration workers. Then they saw me. They shouted horrible things about me. They called me a traitor and a Trotskyist. I decided to go talk to the head of the local Communist Party. I made an appointment. It wasn't with the secretary, but with the secretary's secretary. Having no choice, I accepted.
I have appointed to see you by Alexis Bernard, the party secretary.
What you want with him?
I'll like to discuss my party affiliation with him.
He can't talk to you about all that.
Then whom can I talk to?
I'm listening.
I just have some misunderstandings that I need to clear up.
I outlined the story, sticking to the bare facts. But she was cold and distant. I knew that she had already made her mind up about me. She told me they couldn't help me with my problems, so I left. Days passed. As May Day of 1936 approached, it was voted by the Union that we should march in public procession. On the morning of May Day, I received printed instructions for the place and time to meet for the march. I arrived on time, but the parade had already started. A Negro told me that my union had already been gone 15 minutes ago. He told me to fall in somewhere, so I began miling through the crowds to find a spot. Then I heard my name being called.
Come here. Aren't you walking today?
I missed the union local.
What the hey, march with us.
I don't know.
It's May Day. Get into the ranks.
Do you know what I've been through?
That's nothing. March with us.
I don't think I should.
You scared? It's May Day. It's cool. Hey. Get out of our ranks.
It's May Day, and I want to march.
Get out.
I was invited here. You said I could march here.
I'm asking you for the last time. Get out.
No.
I saved myself from hitting my head by catching the ground with my hands, so they were bleeding. I didn't feel the need to counterattack though, unlike my childhood days, where I would have had an entire brawl. I went to the park and sat on the bench and thought about life for a while. I did the same thing when I got home and went into my lonely, narrow room. I thought about every moment of my life and analyzed it. Tried to build a bridge of words between me and the world outside. I hurled words to tell, to march, to fight, to create a sense of hunger for the life that grows in us all, to keep alive in our hearts a sense of the inexpressibly human.